Hey riders, welcome to my first video where I do live commentary for a Rouvy race. Today I'll be covering the Cap de Formentor. The recording went really well, or so I thought, until I found out later that I lost 10 minutes of the video. I do have the audio, but I've just deleted that all out, and I thought I'd just do a quick little blurb out front. I want to say that everyone did an awesome ride. Everyone raced really hard. There were some epic battles. I also want to apologize for all the names I mangled. That's just a given, right? I don't know a lot of these people on here, and I'm quickly just looking at names that really aren't your names. I'm trying to figure out who you are, how old you are maybe. I'm trying to figure out weights as people are riding by looking at their powers. It was an excellent race, so I hope you do enjoy it. And for any mistakes that I may have made throughout the race, um, I'm hoping I can improve things in the future here. I really like doing this, and I think it's going to be really awesome for people to see themselves actually racing from a different angle. Who's chasing them? Who are they chasing down? It's super exciting. I think Rouvy racing could be a lot bigger, a lot better, and all we need to do is promote it more. So I hope you enjoy the video. We're going to jump in right where the video started when it got cut off in my recording. So we're going to go right into the battle. So you're going to jump from one voice to the next. Thank you very much, guys. See you soon. 1.5, 3 watts, 4 watts. Some people getting some nice drafts here. I'm going to jump in and follow Bazak. Bazak's very supportive of cycling. He has I think Bazak runs the Facebook technical discussion page for Rouvy. He's invited me to the group. Lots of good information there. Everyone should join up and follow him on that. I'm going to actually take a look at Bazak here. I hope he doesn't mind. So here he is, looking good, pushing nice power. I mean, and what I can say about Bazak too is he's very similar in size and stature to me. We're not little people. We're both over 90 kilograms, or right at 90. Bazak's 90. I'm slightly over 90 kilograms, maybe 91, 92, depending on the day. Bazak's very strong. You can see here. What you have to realize too, when you see these numbers, this can be deceptive for people when they're riding, just a normal ride, not even a race. 3.5 watts per kilo is not 3.5 watts per kilo. It may be on a climb. So on a climb, a small person and a heavier, larger person, a big powerhouse, they need to put out the same watts per kilo on a real climb, and they will ride beside each other. However, on a flattish stuff like what you're seeing here, watts per kilo are different because the overall wattage, the top left-hand corner up here, of a larger, more powerful rider could be double that of the small rider. If you weigh 50 kilograms, your 3 watts per kilo is only 150 watts. Bazak's is going to be 270 plus. And on a flat, that power output overtakes the wind effect and the size of his body on the flats. You have a definite advantage when you're a big, powerful rider on the flats. So currently, Bazak's in 7th. Looks like 6th place is right beside him. 5th place is right up the road. These three, oh, and there's a 4th rider here too, Philip. Philip's right behind them. These guys should all try to group up and work together. There's 3 of them right there. Mborn, 69, Bazak, and Zeman. Those 3 people need to work together, draft, take turns, to try to bridge up to Sergio, 1964 head home. I love seeing the numbers on the names. We can all start to guess, roughly your vintage. And it's incredible to see these people that, are well into their 50s putting out this kind of power. I don't think a lot of young people can do this kind of thing. This takes toughness. You need to know how to suffer and just endure. And I think sometimes maybe people that are a little bit older just they enjoy that more maybe. I'm not saying younger people can't. They just seem very well adapted to it. Bazak's hanging in 8th. He's still with those 2 other riders, Born 69 and Zeman. Looks like Zemesco is pulling up beside them. Yep, we got Zemesco there too. Mesco. Probably caught up with them and now is taking a little turn on the back, just trying to recover. This rider here would have had to work pretty hard to catch up with these 4. these three, there's a fourth rider right out in front. Who's that fourth rider? That must be Exit. Yes, this is Exit here. Yeah, right with the other group. So now I think there's a group of 5 riding together here. That's 5, 6. There's Amborn, Bazak again, S. Mesco, Philip G. Let's take a look at Philip G. Just catching up with this group too. Dropping 4 watts. Okay, folks, here we go. We're on the climb now. This is where you better be riding 3.5, 4 watts a kilo all the way up this climb to be in that, front of the pack pace. What I'm going to do is go along the bottom here and click on the very front of the race, and leading the race is male 56. So that was the rider. We saw male 56 and we saw Pastjordi 60 take a little bit of a jump at the beginning, and they're both riding together, but Sprout Picker is only 43 meters behind them. This climb will take them, it won't take them that long. It's just a real hard push, but you can see the numbers here. I mean, male 56 looks legit here, pushing 5 watts a kilo. I could tell right away that the rider is quite the lightweight climber, I believe. We'll drop down here. So we've got 2 riders grouped up now, chasing male 56. Mal 56, I'm not sure how you say your name. I apologize if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Some big numbers being pushed here. Look at this. Second place rider was pushing 6, 7 watts a kilo there. I'm going to actually jump down through the pack a little bit further back. Okay, well this is kind of group 2 here, and there's quite a few riders here. There's rider number 4, number 5, number 6. They're all close. They can all see each other. Here's Zeman. Everyone's kind of spread out a little bit now. Everyone's riding at their own pace. Mborn 69. We've got Bazak here. Big numbers. You could see the different riders. And I think this climb here too, it suits either a small lightweight climber who can push high watts per kilo. And it also suits the big powerhouses because it's not a long, grindy climb. Here we are in the tunnel. And I mean, these guys are all these riders are all pushing over 300 watts here. Very impressive. And they're all keeping together. I mean, they're not that far apart. I mean, all the riders are spaced by 10, 15 meters. It's all who can hold this the longest, recover on the flat, and then kick again over the second bit of the climb. Philip G's hanging right there with them. Bazak again. Yep, stick with Philip. There'll be very minimal draft effect here. Mborn. Exit. And here's riders coming up, catching them on the climb even. A lot of powerful riders here. I mean, I'm seeing lots of power. I'm going to try to pop down to the back. I mean, these riders here are pushing lots of power too. I'm going to think some of these people that are a little bit further back, and when I say further back, this is barely further back, they probably just didn't start as hard at the beginning. They might have been concerned how, I got to tackle this hill. How much power can I put out at the beginning? And that's kind of a learning curve with a lot of courses. You ride them once and realize, ooh, I went too hard there. Oh, I blew myself up there. It depends on the day, too, of the week. How do you feel today? Moving further back, I don't want to miss anyone here. Okay. Hootschmur. I think Hootschmur is pulling up the back of the pace, riding for Red Lantern. Red Lantern's a term that's used in dog sled racing. I used to race dog sleds for 20 years in Canada. And the Red Lantern is the lantern that's put out and lit to let, usually in a trapper's cabin, to let someone know that there's someone present. You're home, you're safe, you've reached safety. And now it's very honorable award to win at a race that you pulled up the rear, you cleaned up the trail, and everyone made it home. Tough climb. So this rider here, cheer him on. He's bringing up the rear, but I'm sure they'll get through it. Just stay focused on what you're doing. I don't know many of these names here, and I'm hoping to know more. I mean, everyone at the front is pushing well over 3 watts a kilo still. Like right down to 19th place is pushing 3 watts a kilo. I think today, if I would have joined this race, I would have been right back here because everyone is super strong. Everyone is strong here. There's such a good level of racing here. I'd like to see more races on Rouvy that, really push people and bring, more and more skilled riders and just more numbers of riders. So back in the tunnel again, you don't get to see a lot here. The camera's quite slow through here. I'm just going to pop up through the field. Esmesco, exit again. I mean, they're all right together. Exits right on the heels of 0073, who is just 8 meters behind M. Born 69, who is just fallen back a little bit from Bazak. Bazak's doing a good job staying. Okay, Bazak's on the flat now. That's why I was going to say his power's dropped, but he's hit the flat part. He's got over the top. He's reaching the top now. He's probably changing gears is what he was doing there. So his power dropped into the 2s for a little bit, but now he's well over 3s again. I mean, look at this, 360 watts here. Let's pop up ahead of Bazak to Philip. Ooh, we got a little battle here, Zeman and Philip. They're pushing hard on the flats. Now there will be a bit of a draft here. So Philip should just stick behind and take that draft. I mean, these riders are so comparable. Everyone's 300 watts plus. Very strong. I'm going to race right to the front and see if our leader's still there. Oh, look at this. So the first 2 riders, Mal 56 and Past Jordy 60, they had a break at the beginning by themselves. And it looks like Mal 56 was able to just pull away from second place on the start of the first climb. And Sprout Picker was able to catch up. So Sprout Picker and Past Jordy are now riding together, chasing Mal 56, and they are hot on this rider's heels. I mean, we're just meters apart from each other, and we're coming to the very top of the main climb. Now, what Mal needs to do here is just recover and get, sprint this part, get a little bit of power built up. Here we go. Sprout Picker has decided to go into the lead. Sprout Picker, just my guess, I don't know this person, you don't know me. This is a 60 to 70 kilogram rider. Looks very strong. I think, something like this here, there's a nice little downhill that you can recover on, but you're still working. You're not just lollygagging here, coasting. There's no coasting in these types of races. They're going to pick up speed here as we go into the 4, 5, 6% downhill. And then it kicks up again, and it's quite rolly for the next little section. I think this race is going to come down to a kick at the very end, right up to the lighthouse, where people are going to be dropping 10, 11, 12 watts per kilo. And I expect to see that even at the end of this race. So we've got 3 riders who look like they're the podium for today. 1, 2, and 3 are 900 meters ahead of 4th place. Sergio, 1964 here, still flying along, very, very strong. 4 or 5 watts a kilo over the top of the first climb. Very strong. Another lighter rider. Then we have Body Run Run. I saw this person. I've never seen this name before either in Rouvy. They've probably never seen me either, so that's okay. Looking really good, moving up. It's got a 57-meter lead on Kerbal Salat. Another strong rider, still 4 watts kilo. And he's got Body Run Run in his sights. Just holding that pace. Zaman, same thing. They're all watching each other, just so close to each other. We have Bazak is just 179 meters behind Philip G, and Zeman's right there. I'm hoping that what Bazak can do is perhaps use size and power on the downhill, because that's what I would be doing too. I look at this, when they get, your race is this first climb, the little double climb, recover, and then sprint the very finish. I'm hoping to see huge numbers at the finish. Okay, let's just go back a little bit more. This is quite exciting. So many riders, 10, 15, 20 meters apart, just pushing. And, what's really cool about racing, too, is that you may be ready to blow up inside. You may have, the last bit of breath in you, the last heartbeat. You think, I'm done, I'm terrible, I can't do this anymore. You don't know how much pain you're putting the other person in. I've seen it happen, and I have to remind myself all the time, they're suffering just like you are. So, and that applies to all levels. It doesn't matter what pace you're riding at. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.5 watts. That other person is in pain too, trying to keep up with you. Maybe you've got a little bit more. And I want to jump right back. Okay. Hushmur is getting close to the top now. Good job. Excellent effort. We've got a couple of late starters following up the rear. I'm just going to pop back and say hi. Hi, Jura. Great job out there. Good power. I think one rider started but then left for some reason. Maybe they had Wi-Fi issues. Funnily enough, I lost Wi-Fi maybe 12 minutes before the race started, so I'm glad I'm back on. Jura, have a good ride. I think he just showed up a little bit too late. Let's pop right back to the front. What's going on up here? Oh, it is a three-way battle. Look at these three go. Oh, and they are on the final climb now. So they've done the descent. Let's see who has the big numbers left at the end. Okay, Mal 56 is pushing 10 watts a kilo, 9 watts a kilo. Sprout Picker just blew through 8 watts a kilo, 9 watts per kilo at the end of this effort. This is what I like this course. This is my FTP course. My FTP test course. I don't need a special training program to do it. Just ride this because it's a 20-minute effort. Past Jordy 60, pushing hard, 7.7 watts per kilo. We've got 7.4 watts per kilo, 7.6. These guys are awesome riders. Awesome riders. And here we go. Past Jordy has the lead, 4-minute lead. Sprout Picker is kicking now. And who's at the line? I think Sprout Picker got it. Excellent effort. That was great. Those three at the front were incredible. Okay, let's just back up. The next group is on the downhill. So here's Sergio 1964. Yep, power down the hill. Just recover a little bit. You can see I think he's just going a little bit easier than before. 3 watts a kilo now. Recover. Does have quite a big lead over 5th place. So they know nothing's going to happen now. They just got to get to the finish. Excellent effort, though. I'm going to jump back to see more of the action where a bit more of the battle is. Sergio 1964 has locked up 4th place as far as I can tell at this point. Body, run. Now they've started the downhill descent too. So recover here. Don't blow yourself up. And get ready to tackle the end. Now Zeman, Philip G, and there's 3 riders here coming up that are all close to each other. Anything could happen. Philip G is only 40 meters behind Zeman. This should be a good battle right here. Still pushing big watts. 300 watts going down the hill here. Probably just trying to get a little bit of a break. And you can see it's working. That 43 meters just jumped out to 48. So use a bit of power. And now Philip has to work at recovering and trying to get back up there. Let's see what they've got at the end here. Okay, I'm going to jump back to Philip. Here comes Philip. And we're getting close to the finish here again for these folks. They're under 500 meters to the finish. Like, when you're starting the climb, you've only got 500 meters to go. Oh, exciting stuff. So Philip is clawing back on Zeman, like real fast. I hope the camera catches up here. So the camera slows down here. So here's Philip. Sorry, I was on the wrong rider there. Oh, I hope we can see this. Oh, look at this. This is epic right here. Now, what's Philip got left? Did they blow himself? And they've caught body, run. They went down the descent so fast. Body, run needs to kick so hard now. And he is. 5 watts a kilo here. The other 2 riders are 30 meters back. Can you hold on for your 5th place? The power looks similar. I think they're going to hold on. Here we go. It's coming to the finish now. Yep. 5th place secure. 6 watts, a little kick at the end. Oh, I got to get back. Here's Bazak. I want to see this finish. Zeman, I think I didn't see that one. Oh, look at all these finishes together. Okay, let's get back to Bazak coming to the finish. Look at this, folks. Over 600 watts coming up the hill. In the last 500 meters, pushing hard, 6.5 watts a kilo. Big power. So, as you can see again, people can push out different watts per kilos, or the same watts per kilos, and the power numbers can be quite different due to body sizes. Excellent job, Bazak. Exit's coming up behind, 100 meters back. The places look pretty much confirmed now. Everyone's got a good little buffer. People are just holding on to their positions now. Great job, Exit. Coming to the finish now. 0073 is coming up as well. Oh, sorry, folks. I don't want to miss any of this. 0073 there. Just coming to the finish now with M. Bourne coming up as well. I mean, super strong. 3 to 4 watts a kilo all the way. Impressive stuff. Here's S. Mesco. We saw this rider earlier. The great finish here. Purple Bengal. I think I've seen this person on review before. Racing. Almost positive. Great finish here. Kicking up the hill at the end. Really nice. 4 watts a kilo. Very lightweight rider too. I'm wondering, Purple Bengal is a very small rider. I don't know if this is a male or a female, but really good ride. I can't tell at this point. Good effort. This is a place where you can catch a lot of people out on this final kick because, you know, they kind of think, okay, I'm done. If you just go real hard here at the end, you can catch them really fast. Purple Bengal is female rider. Excellent job. Look at this, 4 watts a kilo. I would be in your dust right now. Really good job here. Excellent. Going to have a really good finishing time too, right around 22-23 minutes, I believe. The finishing time was 18:44, and then you'll see, oh, look at this. Belva 1983 just passes Purple Bengal coming into the finish. Let's get back to Belva. Just a bit more power, 4 watts a kilo all the way. Looks like an Australian rider. Great job. Come on, Purple Bengal, kick. Oh, we're right at the finish. Excellent job, guys. More people coming to the finish here. The rider I didn't focus on much, I apologize. Mikey won. Great job. You know, if you're pushing 3 watts a kilo at the end of this, you're doing really well. Excellent work. So everyone's slowly filtering. Looks like we got a bit of battle here between 17th and 18th place. There's a 90-meter gap. And Philippe Kiss is flying down the hill trying to stay away from Los Casio. 100-meter gap between the two of them. This looks like this is the last kind of battle between two riders for a position. Everyone else seems to be confirmed in their positions in the finish. Philippe is kicking up the hill now, trying to get some power, getting up to 4 watts per kilo. Nice job. Los Casio is closing the gap rapidly here. That's due to the speed differential mostly, where Philippe's starting the hill. Los Casio is still flying down the hill, and so it'll kind of compress that gap real quick. You see, we've gone from 100 meters to under 45. They're both doing 4 watts per kilo. We're down to 35 meters difference. Philippe's holding strong. They're both very, very strong. Okay, so Los Casio has Philippe in his sights. Should give him some motivation. Oh, Philippe's kicking again at 4.5. Yeah, he's pulling out again now. So it looks like Philippe should hold this. Los Casio's got something hidden in the gas tank. Yeah, I think they've just decided we're fine with this. That was a really hard effort. Let's just get home. Excellent ride. Excellent ride. I'm going to go back to Los Casio just so I can see Philippe finish from behind here. And we still have 4 or 5 riders out on course. Looks like only 4. Looks like the last rider had problems. Could be internet, could be connection, could be... one time my wife called me away from a bike race I was in to help her load Christmas presents for her staff at work. And it was about minus 25 outside. And I just put some rubber boots on and ran back and forward in my bibs with all the presents for her staff. I'm trying to get back to other riders. Okay, sorry about that. I do want to see the finisher one. And another finisher. Another finisher. Hoi boy. Excellent job. I'm missing some of the finishers because I can't... Okay, here we got a little bit of a break here now. So Hoochmer is coming through those little final rollers which at this point you're probably pretty tired in this race. Back to my little story, I didn't want to finish it off, so I had to load all these presents into the back of a car at minus 25 Celsius in my bibs. I was already soaking wet. We were doing the Col d'Aubisque. By the time I came back in the house, my hair was frozen. It was that cold outside, and I was that soaked. I had a good friend named Roger, his name on Rouvy. Everyone probably knows him, Roger's trainer. He took it easy for me. I had a 5-minute delay. I caught up with him. He let me recover on his wheel. I just needed a couple of minutes to recover, and then we rode to the finish together. One of my favorite climbs, rides I've ever done, to know that there's people on Rouvy out there that'll help you out like that. Coming to the finish here, I'm probably going to finish in 20th place because I don't want to keep the video too long. After this, I got to edit and compress it down for YouTube. So let's watch Hoochmuir finish. And Jura, great job. I mean, Jura looks like a very strong rider to me. Still riding. Like I said before, you better be doing this climb between 3 and 4 watts all the way to be up at the front. Jura's only issue is that they started late. So, could have had the same issue as me. Wi-Fi could have been cut out. PC being clunky. You know, that's one thing I can say before you do any of your races, rides, even group rides. Make sure all your stuff's updated, because that's the last thing you want to find out is that your PC is going to force an update on you, because that does happen. I've seen it many times on Facebook where people will be in a ride and their laptop, PC, whatever it may be, will force an update on them and shut down their machine right in the middle of a ride. That's not Rouvy's fault. That's our hardware's fault. So somehow you got to disable that or make sure it's all up to date before you get on board. Have your ride downloaded. Great job. Into the tunnel. You're almost done the hardest part of the ride. I'm going to pop right back to Hoochmuir. Flying down the hill, gaining some speed. Excellent work here. Flying down 60k an hour. Carry speed into the final climb, which is your final 500 meters. Again, you can see on the bottom of the screen the countdown. 430 meters. This is where you can really make a difference in a race. And even if you're just doing this in time trial mode, like I say on a road bike, kick hard here. I mean, I like to kick hard at the finish of every ride, just so you know that you can do it if you ever need it in a real race. Hoochmuir is coming up to the finish now. I wonder if I can give you a little map mode. So this is map mode. You can see here 20th place is coming up to the finish now. We can't see Jura, a little bit too far back on the course. Sometimes I ride in map mode. Let's cheer him to the finish. Putting in the last little bit of effort. Great job. This is definitely a place I'd like to ride in the future. I have another good Rouvy friend. Probably the person I've ridden the most with ever on Rouvy, outside of Roger. Jills, I believe, is going to Mallorca this year. So hopefully he gets to do all these awesome rides. In nice weather. And we're down to 50 meters. And 20th place will be crossing the line. I think that was a pretty awesome race on Rouvy. This is what it's all about. You can see there's some incredible riders on here. I hope you enjoyed the commentary. This is the first time I've ever tried to do this. Kind of by the seat of my pants. And I'll get this posted this later today. Talk to everyone soon.